Well, it is Monday morning. Took today off so I could go to Picket Canyon and see the dinosaur tracks. So let's see. Sometimes she's a little kind of like this. Come on, there's lots of hay in here. Like, oh, okay, we're going. Okay, that says now we're on Comanche grasslands. So now we're moving on to federal lands. We've gone through mostly all public lands, ranches and farms. But this is the corrals that if I stay, I might stay there. I don't know.
Your destination is on the right.
Thank you. There's a pit toilet, which is really nice. But we're gonna go on to the trailhead 3 miles ahead. And I might stay there. We'll see. There's no water, but I packed enough water for my horse and me. So, alright. The road is actually pretty good. It's not, I mean, like I'd take a 2-wheel drive vehicle down this road if it wasn't raining or snowing. In that case, I wouldn't do that. So, anyways. So I'm pretty sure now we're on national grassland. So I think National Forest System takes care of them. I'm not sure, but look at all the cholla cactus. There's a lot of grass, but look at all that cactus. That would be rough. Now you know why those old cowboys wore chaps and had tapaderos on their stirrups. If you don't know what tapaderos are, Google it. But it keeps stuff from hitting your feet, and it helps keep them warm too in the cold weather. What is that? Oh, same. Drowned your campfires, people. All right, we made it to the trailhead. Last mile of that road was pretty rough. So let's look. When I get horseback, I'll be able to show you a lot more. But it's really cool. I'm parked in the campground circle. I'm just in a parking area, but anyways, we saddle up, get some pics. All right, sorry about the wind. See a lot better from up there. We're gonna ride the campground loop until I find the trailhead. But going down into that canyon over there, folks. There's a vault toilet. That's nice. We know where that is. It's always good to have a shovel, so like if I'm in a dispersed campsite, I can make myself a latrine. But it's nice when we have one here. I lost the glove. It's like, alright, here we go. This is the trailhead. So let me get a video up. No camping in Picket Canyon area. Medium wear, extreme heat, drink lots of water, or something. Well, it's November 17th, so I think we're gonna be okay. But dinosaur tracks. All right, I'll put up a all trails map. Let's go. This is super cool. I might be taking a you see the trail down there. Oh, sorry, my horse wants to run our trail. It said horses this way, hikers that way, and it might just be like a little pull out for driving. So except for anyways, so I may be just going right back to where we started and going down the hiking trail anyways. I thought this might be a shortcut or something, and I don't think it is. All right, well now we're on the hiking trail, which is good because the horse bike riding trail took us a half a mile around the ridge of the canyon, which is super cool. So anyways, but it's not gonna get me where I'm trying to go, so I wish I would have just headed this way. But we're heading down. We're gonna go around this ridge and come out where I saw that trail from the other side of the ridge. I think I figured out why we're supposed to come down over there, because that's more like a road, and this is more like steps. So I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to keep us from. But she did really good, actually. That was really good practice towards, like, if we ever do the Grand Canyon. She's not in shape for it. But anyway, so instead of coming down up that, we'll go up that on our way back. See how there's steps right there. So anyways, pretty cool here though, isn't it? She was kind of wondering, because they had a bunch of wood, like, you know, to make the steps, they had a bunch of wood, like railroad ties for, you know, erosion control. And she was like, wait a minute, why are we walking over wood? But get better now. What do you see? Oh shoot, I didn't bring my pistol. I've heard this is pretty big mountain lion territory, but I guess I'll just have to fight them off with my bare hands. Alright, down in the bottom. So I'm assuming we're going to be doing most of our work down here in the bottom, and we won't be doing any more steep stuff until on our way out. I'm guessing that you can see that road. It said emergency access road before. It didn't say there's a trail and then there's a road. And the sign said emergency access road. It didn't say horses and bikers go this way. And so I didn't. And I ended up back anyway. So they could probably, I might send them a little note saying that to tell us to use that. Not, anyway, I appreciate the people that maintain these properties, but, or these lands. Look at, there's a lot of grass down here though, in there it's a good thing they make it have weed-free hay, because there's more weeds than there's grass here, dang it. That's probably from the cattle bringing it in. You know, they get it in their feet, they eat it, and then they you know, poop it out later. It comes out it comes out of their feet or something like that. So it's probably what that's from. So anyways, these big rock formations, she's eyeballing them. She thinks they might get up and move. So, but this is really cool. Alright, we got another, oh, this must be where the two trails meet, where the trail I was supposed to come down and this one meet. Let's see what they say. By the way, hot sauce did really good on the stuff that wasn't meant for horses. It was just meant for people. She did really good, which makes me feel good, because that means she was just so good on her foot placement. She didn't slip once. And it was rocky, slippery rock too. And I've just got plain shoes on her. I don't have the borium that keeps them from slipping on there. It's great. But yeah, see, that's what we're supposed to come down. So we're going to track site. So track site, please keep all bicycles and horses on trail. River water accessible near cemetery. Okay, well, let's go. Neato. Hope there's no mosquito. By the way, I've heard there's mountain lions down here. I haven't seen any sign of them, but I've also heard there's elk in this canyon. So keep an eye open, folks. Those are cottonwoods. What does cottonwoods mean? Water. That means, I bet the creek is right there. We shall see. And in the summer, so it's November 17th. I would not come here in the summer if I could help it. You know, if I did, it would be bright and early and try and get my ride done quick. And if I had to ride through the day, or I might find a shady spot next to the creek and hang out until it got cooler, sun started to go down. Anyways, that's just but I think they don't get a lot of snow here, but every now and then they get a big old blizzard in the spring. So check call Lahana, call whatever, Rocky Ford, and find out what the snow situation is, because if they get 4 feet of snow in March, you may want to wait. But it also is warm, so it melts fast. So okay, cemetery dinosaur tracks 4.5 miles. So this will be close to a 10-mile trip today. So I really, really wish I would have gotten here earlier, because I just kind of was slow to getting up and got the horses fed. I like them to eat. When I feed them, I don't like to leave for an hour after I feed them, because they'll drink. If I feed them, they'll drink within an hour. But if I just feed them and grab them 20 minutes later, then we may not. They may not drink, and I don't want to take them because they don't like to drink on the road. And what are you mad about it? You got something in your ear, or are you just protesting that we're out here today? But this is a cool canyon, huh? So I imagine down where those willows are is where the creek runs. Pretty sure that's the river canal down there. But man, look at all these dang weeds. Did they spray for those? That'd be nice. But there is look like an old homestead. There's a mission, a cemetery, a homestead, and then the dinosaur tracks. And I think they don't label them, but there's some paleo writings on some of these rocks. So I'll have to keep an eye out for them, because I'm not sure which ones are which or where to look. So if I miss something, let me know. But this looks like prime mountain lion habitat. And there's nobody down here. I mean, this trail, obviously, but there's no houses here. This is federal, these are public lands, so no one can live out here. You can camp, I guess, but where I hit the corrals, that's where the public land starts. So all the houses were north of that, and they were very few and far between. Like there would be one every 3 to 10 miles, maybe. I don't know. They were, anyways. Now we got some grass. It's disconcerting to see a lot of weeds down here, because that is our fault. And what I mean by our fault is people not taking care of the land properly. And anyways, there's what I think is they should turn a crap ton of goats down here. Let them just eat because they'll eat the weeds before they eat the grass. They like leafy, they're broadleaf eaters, goats are. Anyways, I put a herd of goats in here for 30 days. See, and then just gather them after that. But anyways, super cool. I'm trying to, there's that house. See it? Not good. Sorry. I hope you guys saw it. I can't see through my screen very good because I am not good at this. So, oh, there's a better shot. Anyways, really cool canyon. It says, I get my horse to stop. Sorry. Hey, all right. Cemetery 1.5, dinosaur tracks 3.2, Rourke Ranch 6.1. I'm pretty sure I'm not going. Seen lots of people tracks. I saw a couple bike tracks, but I lost them where it gets like really fluffy, dusty sand. You can't see them anymore, but yeah, not a lot of tracks. And it's Monday, so I bet most of those are from the weekend. There might be one or two from today, but I haven't seen anybody. It is really windy, and we're going into the wind right now. This is a really cool part of the trail, I think. And I could see the river, there's water in it. I was a little worried because when I crossed the Arkansas on the way here, there wasn't very much water in the Arkansas. But I'm not sure they draw a lot of irrigation type water out of this river. But anyways, if you guys see an Indian riding that I'm missing, let me know. I'm not convinced. I'm pretty sure it'll be obvious when and if we see some. So super cool. There's some water in the creek. That's Purgatory River. FYI. Cool valley. Man, these rock formations are amazing. There's the river right below us. Looks like it's flowing pretty good. We shall see. We'll probably cross it here in a little bit. Or I don't know if we'll cross it, but we'll get close enough where I can give him a horse a drink. It's not sweating, it's super windy, so I think that's probably taking the moisture. It's taking it out of me. Anyways, what a neat trail. Picket Canyon. Dinosaur Tracks Trail. Alright, folks. Winter here. Let's walk up here. There's a trail. Oh, sorry. Oh, look at all these, huh? Here, I'm gonna back this out a lot closer. Look at that. Hang on. Settle down. I guess we're just going around. I don't see. Oh, there's a bunch over here too. It's just, they wore them off, huh? Anyways, or not they. The ride Indian. These are actually, I don't think they're Indian ridings as much as they're paleo. So like this is pre-Columbian. I don't know. So I think they dated these to like 4,000 years ago. I read somewhere. I don't know how you date paleo ridings, but 4,000 years ago, you know, when the first Europeans came here, these lands would have been inhabited by the Cheyenne, Arapaho, probably some Ute and Comanche, and yeah, there was a lot, and it was changing hands on a regular basis, depending on where the buffalo were, you know. Anyways, super cool. All right, we found some paleo ridings. I'll keep my eyes open for more. Look at those beautiful prickly pear, purple. One thing I noticed about where I'm at now is way less weeds here. There's still weeds, but way more grass than there's weeds. When I went through that one area, it was all weeds, and there wasn't a blade of grass underneath those weeds. It was gross. I would really like to see them bring in a herd of goats next spring, and just, you know, you have like a goat herder, or, you know, like someone horseback or whatever can stay with them and camp out and, you know, protect the goats, and they usually have a dog with them or something, so the mountain lions won't run off with one, hopefully. But anyways, I think that would be the best way to take care of it, because spraying, I don't think it kills them. I think it kills like the top part of them, makes it look, but I think if they don't, if the poison doesn't get to the root, the weed doesn't die. It just looks like it does. So it's just my opinion. But I don't know. What do you think? What's the best solution for weed, to get rid of weeds on public lands like this? I think I'm at the mission site. Where is the mission? Why would it be this far off the creek? Yeah, pick up headstones. Or is this a cemetery? Oh, there's a cemetery. Yeah. Cool. Exactly. There's some super cool. There's some super cool history here, right? I mean, super neat. This valley's really cool. So there's a cemetery, and that was a mission, I guess. I'll try and do some reading before I post this, but I'm assuming that goes back to Spanish days. A lot of the stuff. So the Dolores mission. If you know what Dolores means in Spanish, comment below because I don't. But a lot of the names in these valleys, we're not too far north of New Mexico right now. But a lot of the names in these valleys have Spanish, because that's those were the first Europeans that were coming through this area, were the Spaniards. Anyways, neato. If you know anything, if you know what Dolores means in Spanish, let me know. Hot Sauce apparently was sick of walking, so we are trotting, which is fine with me. Really cool. So why would the paleo people be in this valley? Oh, there's some dog tracks. Why would they be in this valley? You tell me. I got my suspicions. But I know they'd be over by the Arkansas. Why would they be here? Alright, check this out. So there's a road that comes in here, but I don't think I want to take a horse trailer on it. But if you wanted to drive, if you had a four-wheel drive, you could probably get that in here. You know, like a 4Runner or Pathfinder. Probably get that in here pretty easy. Oh, what was that? She's like, something tried to jump out and get me. Anyways, I might walk up there on my way out and look at the condition of the road. It's not too bad. I just don't know if I want to bring a horse trailer right here. Plus, we're see the snakes right down there.